Hey, I'm Alli, and if you're new to our channel, we release weekly filmmaking and video editing tutorials, vlogs, and reviews, so subscribe to stay connected. I've been using camera monitors, stealing Will's camera monitors for a while now, and I love using them because the worst thing ever is relying on the little LCD screen on your camera, recording something that you think is properly exposed and in focus, getting back to the editing room and realizing you missed the focus mark or you exposed your footage too much or too little. I finally got my own monitor, and after much research, we chose the FeelWorld FW279 Ultra Bright monitor. I bought this monitor for several reasons, so let's jump into the video and talk about it. I have a slight addiction to Amazon Prime because they ship super fast. They're also super easy if you want to return something, and that's where I got this monitor from. So I'll leave a link down below if you'd like to pick up one for yourself. There are two main reasons that I chose this monitor over other monitors, and I'm gonna save them for the end of the video, but first, let's talk about some of the other awesome features this monitor has. This monitor has an HDMI input. It also has an HDMI output, which is great because you can connect a second monitor for your clients. For audio, this monitor has a speaker and a headphone jack. Personally, I don't use either of these options, so I turn the audio down to 0 on my monitor because I record audio externally, but it's great to know that that option exists. This monitor has a 1/4-inch threaded mounting hole and comes with a decent enough ball head mount. The menu's easy enough to use and access. It's not touchscreen, which I think a lot of us are used to nowadays, but that's okay. Once you have your settings set, you probably won't need to use the menu too much. You can adjust things like the resolution that you're viewing, exposure, zebra settings, false color, there's focus peaking. You can flip your screen and you can zoom into your image by 3 times, which makes it even easier to make sure you've hit your focus mark. And there's a battery indicator on the monitor when it's on, which is really nice because it lets you know how much time you have left before it's gonna die. It has a 160-degree viewing angle, which is really nice because if you are viewing it from that much of an angle, you'll still be able to clearly see what's on screen. That's a pretty decent viewing angle, especially when you consider higher end monitors like Small HD, which cost at least 4 times the amount of this monitor and only have a viewing angle that's slightly larger. This FeelWorld monitor does have a 1200:1 contrast ratio, which is really good for a monitor. Contrast ratio is the ratio between the brightest white levels and the darkest black levels that a monitor can show. And a higher contrast ratio means a better image. This monitor is 7 inches wide, which in my opinion is the perfect size for an on-camera monitor because it's big enough that you can clearly see what's on your screen and make sure you're hitting your focus mark, but it's not too big that it becomes annoying when it is sitting on top of your camera. The durability of this monitor is pretty good. You just want to make sure that you're handling it with care for it to last many years. It's held up great for me so far, but coming from a background where I was using Will's Small HD monitor that had Gorilla Glass that I have dropped on the flat floor a few times, sorry Will, I didn't have to worry about that because the Small HD monitor was fine even though it smashed on the ground more than once. With the FeelWorld monitor, I don't know how well it's gonna hold up or work after I do eventually drop it because I'm quite clumsy. I do want to clarify, even though the frame's made of plastic, I wouldn't consider this a low-end monitor. For all the features that you get and for the price, it's definitely worth it. For power, there's a 12-volt DC input to charge directly into the wall like a lot of camera monitors offer. You have to buy that separately. I did, it's been well worth it, and I'll link that in the description below. It also has a Sony F970 style battery plate. I'm using older Sony batteries from Will's monitor that he had back in 2012. which don't seem to hold a charge very well. They last a little less than an hour when I use this monitor. And if you have brightness over 50%, they drain even faster. And now to the 2 reasons that I chose this monitor over others. And the first reason is this monitor can be turned up insanely bright, 5 times the brightness of a conventional monitor. This FeelWorld monitor is completely usable in sunlight. Compared to Will's Small HD monitor, well, this one holds up a lot better if you're filming outside during the day. It has a 2200 nit rating. I had no idea what that was. After looking it up, the nit rating is the measurement of how much brightness comes off the monitor and hits your eyes. This monitor is one of the brightest monitors available, and having that brightness option makes life way easier when you're filming outdoors. And finally, the second reason that I chose this monitor over other monitors is the cost. It costs around $260 US. With all the features that you're getting and the fact that you can turn it up so bright for outdoor shoots makes it, in my opinion, one of the best monitors out there, and I would highly recommend it to anyone who does video. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, give us a thumbs up to let us know, and let me know in the comments below which feature you think would benefit you the most about this monitor. For more videos like this one, video editing and filmmaking tutorials and reviews, subscribe to our channel, and we will see you in future videos.